everyone, Crystal here with Sea Light Candles and Soaps, and we are here to do a hot process soap today. I promised one of my subbies that I would do it yesterday, but I didn't have time. But I got everything ready yesterday except for my lye water. So in my bucket, or not my bucket, but in my thing here, I've got my kaolin clay, my oatmeal, and my goat's milk. And then I've got that all mixed up, and I'm getting ready to add my lye. Today we are doing just an all-natural soap. It's going to be a calendula soap. There's not going to be any fragrance to it. It's just going to be a plain Jane soap with calendula petals in it. What, bud? What, buddy? I know. Sorry, my son was asking me something. It's just going to be a plain Jane soap with just calendula petals in it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not going to keep the camera on throughout the whole cook, but I will keep turning it on as we go through each phase. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me stir my lye for a second here. Let's put this to the side. So we're going to start by adding our lye, and I've got Tussa Silk in this. And let me go rinse this out from my stick blender. And here lately with my cold process soaps, as soon as I add the lye, yep, it's ricing, it starts ricing. And I think that's because of the stearic acid I use. But I got stearic acid from a different supplier, so I think that might be why. My crock pot on low. It's about 180 degrees, and my lye was about 150. Looks good and traced. Will you give me a spatula, buddy? Alright, that looks good. So we're going to put the lid, we're going to stir it a little bit, put the lid on it. Thank you. So just stir the sides down. Alright, we're going to put the lid on it, and then we're going to wait for the applesauce stage to come, and then we'll be right back, guys. Guys, we're back, and we are back, and it's at the applesauce stage now, and it's starting to separate. I did not expect this to happen because there's no milks in this, but I did put quite a bit of aloe, so I think that it's separating because of the aloe. So even though it's like this, we have to use our stick blender to bring it back. So that means it's going to cook even faster. So let's get our stick blender, and we got to start blending because we got to get this back together. It's going to Volcano, and then it's going to be pretty much done. This is the exact same thing it does when you add goat's milk or coconut milk. It separates and you got to use your stick blender to get it back together. And I forgot to mention, I got my fan going in the background because it's like 100 degrees in my house, so don't mind the noise. It's starting to come back now. It's starting to thicken up. And it's starting to volcano. This is what we want it to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, go down. About didn't catch it in time. There we go, it's going down now. So this is the exact same thing that happens if you add goat's milk or coconut milk. You gotta bring your stick blender to bring it back. And I think it's just because I added half of my liquid as aloe. The reason why it done this. I usually only use 10% when it comes to aloe. 10% of my oils. But since this was, I wanted this one to be really nice and good for your skin, since it's going to have some good superfats and the calendula petals, and just I wanted it to be really nice for the skin. And look how smooth that is. Look how wonderful that looks. That looks absolutely wonderful. So it did volcano, and I'm going to stick blend it again. It might volcano again, but it needs to be stick blended. There it goes. Now it's getting thick. This looks wonderful. It looks so smooth. And we just stir it down. The texture, I believe, is because of the aloe, and it's absolutely wonderful. Look how smooth that looks. Looks great.
Forward again.
And get down my sides here. Don't want any crusties. Alright, I'm going to stick blend it one more time because I want to make sure this is good incorporated and the aloe and everything is brought together. There we go. As it's volcanoing, it's actually cooking the lye out. That's what we want it to do.
You need one.
No, I don't need it. So this looks great. Just stirring it down.
Stirring it down.
Getting my sides. It doesn't look like it needs to be stick blended anymore. It's good and thick. It's almost time for our superfats, but I'm going to let it cook for just a little while. Make sure it's not going to volcano anymore. Yep, it's still going to volcano, so I'm going to let it do its thing. Then we're going to stir it down. As you can see, it's rising to the top, but I'm going to let it do its thing, like I said, because that means it's cooking the lye out, and we want it to cook the lye out. So as long as it's volcanoing, we still need to keep stirring.
Are you still videoing?
Yeah.
Quiet.
It's starting to get that glossy look to it. That Vaseline look. Because that, when the Vaseline look comes, you know it's done. So I'm going to check it and make sure it's not going to rise anymore. It shouldn't really. But we're going to make sure. Nope, it's not rising anymore. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, since it's already looking glossy, I'm going to go ahead and add my superfats. And I'm superfatting with shea butter, mango butter, and extra virgin olive oil and glycerin. And I already melted it down. Usually I don't melt it down, I just let it melt it, but I melted it down this time. So let's stir in our superfats. Get it good and incorporated. And then we're going to let it cook for a little while. Then we'll come back, turn the crock pot off, add our calendula petals, and then mold it. But I got to make sure these superfats are good and stirred in. I still see some. Alright. Go around, get our sides. Alright, we're going to let this cook for just maybe 10 minutes. And then we'll be back, guys, so stay tuned. Guys, we are back. We're going to turn the crock pot off. Give it a stir. It's good and done. It's kind of dark, but that's because of my goat's milk powder and my oatmeal and my kaolin clay. That's why it turned dark, because of the powders. But that's okay. So, you know what? I did not compensate for how much calendula petals we're going to be putting in here. Here's my calendula petals. So, I'm going to have some left over. I'm probably going to have to put in individual molds, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is just put a couple handfuls, maybe just one handful, and then we're going to stir them in. Get them good and incorporated. So there's one handful. And there's another. I might have enough to make 2 soaps. Oh no. My phone ringing. I just want to make sure these calendula petals are good and incorporated. They're not bunched up. Who is it, Lissa? Go get the phone. Tell her I'll call her right back. Alright, that looks good. Alright. So, let's get our mold. And my ladle. We'll be right back. And let's start ladling this in. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me set that up there. Wow. Ah, that's hot, 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 hot. Might all fit. Looks like it's going to fit. Alright. Let me slap this down for a second. Alright, now let's use our spatula. Looks like there's not much in the thing here. Alright, so there's that. I don't think I'm going to try to do anything with the top. Alright guys, so this is our all-natural calendula soap. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the freezer for it to cool down, and then we'll come back and cut it, guys, so stay tuned for the cut. Okay, guys, we are back to cut our all-natural calendula soap, and let me tell you guys, oh my gosh, I just washed my hands with just the little crumblies that came off the soap when I took it out of the mold, and my hands have never felt so cleaner, so much moisturized, and there were so many bubbles, and I didn't even use that much castor oil, and I think I used like 2 ounces of castor oil, and I mean, this soap is just awesome. I mean, by far my favorite. I mean, I love the colorful soaps, and I love the smelly good soaps, the one that's got all the good fragrances and stuff. But this soap made my hands feel so good. So I am so happy that I made this today. The calendula petals that are inside of it is really good for your skin. I wanted to offer my customers an all-natural alternative to a colored and fragranced one, so I went ahead and made this, and I'm just so happy that I made it. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's go ahead and get it cut. It's a little hard, and that, oh wow, that the calendula made some drag marks, so I think I'm going to put it on its side to cut it. Maybe that will help. Nope, there's still drag marks, but that's okay. Do you see the calendula petals inside? Can you see that? Awesome. Ooh, it's dragging bad. It's alright though. And there's the top, and no scent, of course. I think I need a paper towel for my wire here. But this soap was awesome. I mean, I test all my soaps after I make them, or you know, either after I cut them or before I cut them with the little pieces that come off. I always test my soaps, and this one by far is my favorite. I mean, I just love the way it made my hands feel. It was awesome. And I thought about, when I was making this one, I thought about putting some titanium dioxide in it, and I was like, no, I want this to be as natural can get. Oh wow, there's a little bit of calendula that didn't get mixed in too well. It's alright, we'll just pat it down. I tried to mix in the calendula as best I could. There's some getting caught on my wire here. Alright. I didn't know how much calendula to use. I just threw in a couple handfuls. But this soap is awesome, you guys. It's absolutely awesome. I love it. Definitely going to be a keeper. I cannot wait to use it in the shower. And it's hot process, so that means I can use it sooner. Yay! I mean, seriously, my hands felt so clean and so moisturized. It was just that good. I absolutely love it. And I've never made a calendula soap before. I've heard that they're good, but I mean, I didn't know it would feel that good to wash my hands in it. I mean, it was awesome. Hoping you guys can see them here. I don't think I used too much calendula. Alright, last 2 pieces. Looks like there's some little bunched up right there, but that's alright. And last piece. Alright guys, so I promised one of my subbies that I would do a hot process soap. I said I'd do it yesterday, but I didn't have time, so I did it today. And yeah, so I hope you guys like it, and it'll be up on the website soon. And I wanted to let you guys know that my summer listing is now available and up on my website. So if you want to check that out, go to www.clightcandles.com. That's CLIGHTCANDLES.com. Go check out all my summer soaps I've got up there. I'm getting ready to list my new lotion up there. It's called Nature's Beauty. And yeah, so this one will be available on the website probably by next week if you're interested in it. Alright guys, till the next video. Bye-bye.